Hello guys, and welcome back to Prisca's Mission. In today's video, I will be sharing with you some parenting hacks that you would find very useful to parent your little kids from babies to toddler age. You would agree with me that parenting can be very exhausting. Well, it is very exhausting to me. I don't know about you, but I feel it's very, very exhausting. I'm not saying that kids are not a bundle of joy. No, they are very, very, very sweet to have and have them around, and they are very rewarding, and they can make life totally different from what life used to be before they came into your world. Yes, that's how I feel with my children. However, sometimes I go like, whew, something that you won't think would be difficult to do would end up being a very big task. No matter how little you think it is, it will end up being a very, very huge task. So that is why in today's video, I'll be sharing with you some of the mom hacks. I won't say mom hack, I will say hacks that I have found very useful and beneficial in parenting my kids. In number one, I have toys during diaper change. I don't know if it's just here or with me, but my little baby wrestles us anytime it's diaper change time. Yes, she wrestles my husband. In fact, she wrestles everybody. It's like at the end of it, you're sweating. Even when the weather is so freezing cold, you're sweating from changing just a diaper. Yes, so for this reason, I have found a technique that works very well for me. So what it is I give her some toys. I bring all lots and different sorts of toys with me, and majority of the time, it might not be baby toy. It might be household things that are very safe for her to use and play with. Example, wooden spoon, plastic spoons, and stuff like that. Because those are the things I have noticed that she loves to play with, that are not her toys, but she loves to play with them, and they keep her quiet. Otherwise, she would never lay on her back and let you change her in peace. Try this and tell me what you think. Having said that, if I have not mentioned some of the hacks that you know and you feel that they have been very helpful and you use them a lot, please share them in the comment section. I would like to have a read and even start to practicing them. And in number two, I have using a command tape to stick at the back of the baby high chair and then store the beeps there. I tell you, countless times I will come with food and then I would realize that, oh, I've not brought the beep with me, because it's a plastic rubber beep, which I really find to be very useful because I can wash it off no matter the mess. I can just wash it off. So for this reason, I have found a hack to hang them behind the high chair, where I know that anytime I'm ready to feed, I just put my hand behind the high chair and I pull the beep out. This hack is very, very useful, and it will avoid you going back and forth during mealtime. And in number three, I have hot gluing the baby bath toys, the hole in the baby bath toys. I don't know if you can see this hole here. And as they are playing with it during bath, you know that water goes straight into here, and before you know it, it starts to form molds. To be honest, I have packed up their bath toys for a very long time because of that. I have started letting them play with blocks and stuff like that, something that I know I can see through and I can wash off. But having come across this hack, I have brought out all their toys with holes in them, because I'm going to hot glue. I'm going to put hot glue in here to cover the holes. With that, water cannot penetrate into these toys any longer, and then they can use it. It's very, very disgusting to be looking at your child's toy, and most of the time they put them in the mouth and so on, and it's filled with mold. So with that, I'm going to actually hot glue all the holes to cover them. If I cover them with hot glue, then I won't have anything to worry about anymore, and they can play with this in the bath, and it will be safe for them to play with. Number 4 hack is with cutting your toddler's nails or your baby nails. I don't know if other people's babies find it very scary to cut their, maybe the word cut, but to trim down their fingernails. Why they so scared of it, I don't know why, but my little girl, once you pick up the nail clipper, she's off, and she would never ever come into that bedroom again until she's sure that the nail clipper is gone. I don't know why that is. Anyway, this hack is a hack that makes us to believe that when your toddler goes to sleep, or when your child goes to sleep, 20 minutes into their sleep is the deepest time of their sleep, and then you can go in with your nail clipper and you can comfortably trim their nails, fingernails, toenails, whatever you want to do without them waking up. I tell you, before this, I have struggled a lot with cutting my toddler's nails. I have to get someone to hold her legs, so it's like war. But since knowing this hack, and before I thought, okay, do it while they are sleeping, and I'll wait for her to sleep in the night and blah blah blah. However, this hack is saying that 20-25 minutes into their sleep is their deepest, so you go in with your clip. So try this and let me know if 20 minutes time frame works for you or not. But I have found it to be very useful and helpful. Anything more than an hour for me, she must wake up, and that's the end of that operation. Okay, if you haven't subscribed to Prisca's Mission, please do well to subscribe to support me. And thank you, my returning subscribers. Thank you for coming back all the time. I do appreciate you. Thanks. And my last but not the least is with toy rotation. I have just recently started doing this. Before now, I used to open every toy for my little girl or my baby all at one go, and I have since realized that that makes them to have too much toys lying around everywhere, and sometimes it gets too much for them, it gets too overwhelming for them. And for this reason, I have adopted toy rotation. So if they have a birthday, or there's been a festive season or a birthday season where they have lots of toys come through for them, what I do is I keep back some of the toys. I don't open everything for them at one go because it would just be a bit too much. So I open them in batches of 2s or 3s, depending on what they have at the time. And I'll be rotating them between old and new. And on the flip side to this, another thing I would recommend you do, which I also do now, is to kind of like put out the toys where they would see them. Forget the idea of a toy box. It's good to have a toy box, but if you're rotating their toys, put them in places where they would see them, like in like squares or wherever you store their toys, so that they would see it. I did this with my little girl, and there are lots of old toys that she had from a long time ago. I just put them out and put them where she could see them, and suddenly they flipped to become her new favorite. She even left the new ones to go back to the old ones. Maybe when she played with them, she didn't really kind of like understand what they were for, but now I have since realized that she's gone back to her old toys, because they are not even old, but because they've been out of her sight for some time. So display it nicely for her to see. Bring about 4, 5, 6 at a time. Don't overwhelm them with toys, and you will see they will make better use of it, they will play longer with it, and so on and so forth. I hope you have enjoyed this particular video. I have a lot of mom hack to share with you, but I'll be giving you out in batches just so that you don't get tired of seeing it all the time or stuff like that. And thank you very much for watching. I hope to see you very, very soon next Monday. Until then, stay well and God bless. Cheerio.